Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second installment of our 5-paragraph essay video series. Today, our learning target is I can create a strong thesis statement for my 5-paragraph essay. Now, I want to remind you, doing a 5-paragraph essay seems very overwhelming, like it's a huge project, but we have split down step by step every day something really small to do. Now, if you keep up with us and you complete your assignments every single day, by the end of this unit, your paper will practically be written already. Okay, so it's very important that you do not fall behind. If you do fall behind or if you're feeling stressed out, email us and let us know, and we will work with you to catch you up. So, what is a thesis statement? What is a thesis statement? Have you ever heard that word before? Maybe from myself or Mr. Millette. I actually didn't hear about a thesis statement till I was in college. That's probably shame on my high school teachers. So a thesis statement is the sentence or two in your essay that tells the reader the main idea of your paper and gives reasons why. So if you take your entire essay, you can just narrow it down all the way into that one sentence or those two sentences that tells the reader everything. You can think about it like a roadmap for your paper. It tells the reader what to expect from the rest of the paper. A well-written essay has a well-written thesis statement, and it is comforting to the reader because the reader knows what's coming. They know what to expect. They know exactly what they're going to be reading about. Essays should not be mysterious. A thesis statement not only helps the reader, it helps you. It helps guide your writing. It keeps your argument focused. Starting with this thesis statement, you're going to see, will set your writing up. It will help organize everything that you're going to write. Thesis statements go at the beginning of your paper. They're usually at the end of that first paragraph, that introduction paragraph. And you can really just think about a thesis like an answer. It is an answer to a question. So let's look at an example. Should cheerleading be considered a sport? There's our question. So with this question in mind, we need to decide what our answer is. Our answer is going to become our position. So I can think about last week in 601, we had a huge debate about which is better, Samsung or iPhone, right? And each person that was debating, they had their opinion, that position. Their position was Samsung was better, or their position was iPhone is better, right? So let's have a position about this question. I'm going to say yes, cheerleading is considered a sport. Our next step, once we answered, is to reflect. Why do we think that? What brought us to this conclusion? What brought us to this decision? Why do we think this way instead of another way? Those are your reasons. And those are important because they are included in your thesis statement. Let's look at an example of a great thesis statement. Cheerleading should be considered a sport because it requires athletic skills, physical training, and promotes team competition. So I've given you my position, and I've given you 3 strong reasons why I believe what I believe. And a little preview for later, if you notice, there are 3 reasons, and that coincides to the 3 paragraphs of your 5-paragraph essay. That's what I mean. This thesis statement is going to really set you up for success. So when you boil it down, a thesis statement contains 2 key elements: your position on a topic, like your answer, and the reasons for thinking or feeling that way. Those are the 2 things your thesis statement must have. So here's our next step. We are going to use the worksheet from the previous class, the one called 3 Poem Prompt Answers. We're going to look at all the answers we gave for the 3 poems, and we're going to take that information to turn our first answer into an actual thesis statement. I'm going to show you what that means. So I'm going to go to Google Classroom, and I'm going to click on the assignment from the previous class. I'm going to go back to my worksheet. So I've already brought it up here. This is my worksheet. And once again, you already know I have used fake information. So I have the names of the poems here, but they're definitely not what I said they're about. So here I have my answer. So my answer, how we should live our lives, he thinks we should live our lives by being healthy. And then I said in this poem, it's all about eating our vegetables. And in this poem, it's all about washing our hands. And this poem is all about exercising for 30 minutes every day. So I'm going to take these three and I'm going to think about how to make this more specific. Now, you know that these three poems are all the poems we read by Shel Silverstein. They don't have the same exact message, right? One deals with the masks that we can wear. One deals with our perspectives of time. One deals with comparing places and imagination. So they all have something specific that they deal with, but we can make a general overarching answer about how Shel Silverstein thinks we should live our lives. So that's what I'm going to do here. Now, this is the worksheet for today. I'm going to erase what I wrote. This is the worksheet for today. This is all you have to complete to get full credit for today. I'm going to take the information from my three poems and my initial answer. I'm going to combine them and put them right here. Now, you can work however you like to work. I like to put all my information in one place so I can look at it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all my answers and paste them. You highlight, right-click, copy. You go to where you want to put it, and you right-click, and you paste. Another way that you can do that, because I'm going to continue to copy here, you can highlight and you can click Control-C, that copies, and then you click Control-V, and that pastes. And instead of highlighting it like this, you also can just double-click or triple-click, and it will copy it for you. And exercising for 30 minutes every day. Alright, so now I have everything here in one place. So I'm going to look at my answer. I'm going to try to make this into a better thesis statement, a thesis statement that is specific. If I look at this, we should live our lives by being healthy. That isn't very specific. So I'm going to put, according to Shel Silverstein, we should live our lives by. So I'm going to look. So we eat our vegetables, we wash our hands, we exercise. So that's really, I think, all about taking care of our bodies. So we should live our lives by taking care of our bodies by making healthy choices. All right, so that's my position. My position is that he thinks we should live our lives by taking care of our bodies by making healthy choices. And I'm going to give you my reasons. A thesis is not complete until you do that. So I'm going to give examples by making healthy choices like eating all your vegetables at dinner. I'm going to make that more general so it covers anything like that. I'm going to put like eating properly. And then I will say washing your hands. That's having good hygiene. And if I exercise for 30 minutes every day, I am exercising regularly. All right, so I'm going to read this over again. According to Shel Silverstein, we should live our lives by taking care of our bodies, by making healthy choices, like eating properly, having good hygiene, and exercising regularly. All right, we should live our lives by taking care of our bodies, by making healthy choices. All right, it's very important that you actually read these things out loud. It can feel kind of silly, I guess, but something I learned in college from writing like 1,000 essays is whenever I would read it out loud to myself, and my roommates knew I did that, I would just like go off, sit somewhere, and just talk to myself. You catch so many mistakes that you make when you do that, so I encourage you to get in the habit of doing that. All right, so here I have my thesis statement. This is going to set me up for success for the rest of the tasks that we have on our way up to writing that 5-paragraph essay. So if you have any questions, look through this video again, play it on repeat, go to the slideshow that I'm going to attach to Google Classroom, review it, read through it, send us an email. Do not let this slide. Something that's a little frustrating is there were a handful of you who did not complete this assignment, and it's very easy, but if you don't do it, it's slowly going to snowball out of control and you're going to be stressed out. So stick with us, okay? You're going to do great. If you have any questions, let us know. Good luck.